Relax and allow tonight's story to gently ease you to sleep. The Renewal of Iris and Louie. This story is about Iris who finds renewal in her garden and spirit after encountering the legendary laughing river Louie. In a quaint village cradled by towering mountains and whispering winds, Iris lived in a tiny cottage surrounded by a garden that flourished beyond measure. The garden was more than a mere collection of flowers. It was a sanctuary bursting with colors that danced like fireflies in the moonlight. Seasons changed, and every petal seemed to listen intently to the rustling leaves as the world around them evolved. Iris was known for her gentle spirit and tender care, which she poured into every inch of that vibrant patch of earth. But lately, the heart of her beloved garden appeared to falter. Flowers drooped as if weighed by invisible burdens, and the vibrant hues started to fade like old memories. This loss weighed heavily on Iris, and she felt as though a vital part of her own soul was wilting. Meanwhile, far beyond the village, there flowed a laughing river named Louie, whose waters shimmered with 1,000 hues under the sun. Louie was not just a river. She was a legend, known for her ability to renew everything she touched. Villagers often spoke of Louie with reverence, cherishing tales of how she transformed the barren lands into fertile paradises. One evening, Iris decided to visit Louie, hoping for a miracle that might breathe life back into her garden. As the moon climbed higher, casting silver ripples on Louie's surface, Iris approached the riverbank with a heart full of hope and a little trepidation. Having never set eyes on the laughing river, Iris was enchanted by its unparalleled beauty and the gentle laughter of its flowing water. She knelt down and touched the cool surface, whispering her heart's desire for renewal. Suddenly Louie's waters gleamed brighter, swirling round Iris's fingertips gracefully. The river whispered back with laughter, promising a renewal, not just for the garden, but for Iris's spirit. As the sun dawned, Iris returned home, guided by renewed courage and a promise from Louie. Stepping into her garden, she found it brimming with vitality as new blossoms burst forth. Painted in brilliant colors, even more breathtaking than before. The air was fragrant with rejuvenation, filled with hopeful melodies that seemed to sing praises to Louie's gift. Iris realized her garden's renewal was a reflection of her own journey and the love she had cultivated with each petal she nourished. With each bloom, she found new joy, grounding herself once more without the worries that had shadowed her heart. The bond between Iris and Louie had nourished more than just flowers. It had radiated her own spirit. And so, the tale of Iris and the laughing river Louie became intertwined with legends, a story of renewal that spread through whispering winds across villages near and far. Another chapter opened in Iris's life, blessed by the laughing waters coming forth from the simple touch upon Louie's surface. Let's continue with a new journey. Daisy and Rose, A Journey of Innocence. This story is about Daisy, a young girl who discovers a hidden glen and befriends an elemental named Rose, experiencing a day filled with wonder and magic. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and vibrant meadows, there lived a young girl named Daisy. Her hair was as golden as the sun, and her eyes sparkled with the curiosity and wonder of 1,000 stories waiting to be told. And Daisy's favorite place was a hidden glen, only accessible by a winding path through a grove of whispering trees. Each afternoon, she would venture out to this magical place, where the wind danced through the leaves and the shadows played upon the roof like gentle spirits. One day, as Daisy explored the glen, she stumbled upon a small, shimmering pool. Its crystal waters reflected the sky above in kaleidoscopic hues, mesmerizing her young heart. Captivated, Daisy reached out towards the pool, her fingertips grazing its surface with feather-like delicacy. As she did, a gentle ripple spread across the water, revealing a kind and gentle earth elemental named Rose. Rose appeared as a tall figure draped in robes woven from the very fibers of nature itself, with a serene face carved from the smoothest stone. Her eyes were pools of deep emerald, and her voice flowed like streams winding through hidden forests. "Hello, dear Daisy," greeted Rose warmly, her voice enveloping the glen in a soothing embrace. Surprised but unafraid, Daisy gazed at Rose with innocent curiosity. "Well, oh," Rose Daisy replied, her voice barely above a whisper. "How do you know my name?" Rose chuckled softly, her laughter like the rustle of leaves in a gentle breeze. "I know many things," they explained, "for I am a guardian of this land, watching over all that grows beneath the sun." Daisy giggled, a soft sound like the laughter of the brook skipping over stones. "Can you show me more secrets of the forest?" she asked, her eagerness reflected in her shining eyes. "Indeed," replied Rose, with a graceful nod that seemed to whisper promises of adventure. Together, they walked through the glen as Rose shared stories woven from the threads of time itself. She spoke of ancient trees that sang songs of the moon's gentle dance, and of flowers that whispered secrets to the stars. Daisy listened, captivated by the unfolding magic, her heart wide open to the wonders of the world round her. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Daisy felt an overwhelming sense of peace and belonging. "Thank you, Rose," she said, her voice filled with earnest gratitude. "I think I've learned a lot today." Rose smiled, her expression tender and wise. "Never lose the innocence and curiosity that guides you," she advised gently. "It is in these qualities that the greatest adventures lie." With these words, Daisy returned home, her heart light and her spirit ignited by the magic and innocence she had discovered. In the quiet of her room, she reflected on the day with dreams of the forest dancing through her thoughts, knowing that she had forged a lifelong friendship with the gentle Rose. Let's wander into the next comforting tale. Achillia and Bluebell, a friendship journey. This story is a heartwarming tale about Achillia and Bluebell's enduring friendship, cultivated through shared dreams and resilience. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and flower meadows, there lived a young girl named Achillia. Beneath a canopy of towering trees, where sunlight danced through the leaves, she discovered a hidden grove. In this magical part of the forest, she met Bluebell, a spring sprite with shimmering wings like droplets of dew. Bluebell's laughter was like the melody of tinkling wind chimes, his presence as refreshing as a gentle spring breeze. Achillia was captivated by his radiant spirit, and they began an extraordinary friendship that transcended their differences. As seasons changed, their bond grew stronger, rooted in mutual admiration and unwavering loyalty. Achillia would often bring bluebell blossoms from the flower meadows, each petal a token of their shared adventures. Bluebell reciprocated by weaving tales of forest lore, painting them in vibrant colors with his words, enchanting Achillia's imagination. One day, Achillia showed Bluebell a patch of land she dreamt of transforming into a garden. Inspired by her vision, Bluebell fluttered above the soil, sprinkling magical sprinkles of dew onto the seeds she planted. Together, they watched the garden bloom, sharing smiles as life sprang from the earth. Their garden became an oasis not just for them, but for villagers who marveled at its beauty. As Achillia grew, so did her understanding of the forest and its creatures, guided by Bluebell's wisdom and gentle nudges. He introduced her to the wonders of nature, from the whispering brook to the playful squirrels. Her heart swelled with gratitude for the friend who showed her the world through different eyes. But even the happiest times faced challenges. A bitter winter threatened their garden, covering it in a blanket of frost. Ophelia was worried, but Bluebell's light never dimmed. He taught her that resilience thrives in adversity. Through careful tending and love, they nurtured each plant back to life, awakening their haven with the first breath of spring. Their friendship, like the roots of the garden, was deep and enduring, a testament to the strength found in companionship. Ophelia and Bluebell's story was told for many years, a beacon of hope and the transformative power of friendship. Their garden remained a cherished spot in the village, a place where new generations could dream and grow. Now, let's journey on with another gentle tale. Muck and Clover's Laughter by the River. This story is about how the laughter of a boy named Muck and a river nymph named Clover brings together humans and nymphs in joyous celebration by the river. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and verdant forests, there lived a young boy named Muck. Muck was known for his infectious laughter, capable of bringing light even on the dreariest days. The villagers adored him, often finding excuses to visit him just to soak in the warm, bright atmosphere that surrounded Muck. One evening, Muck decided to wander by the river, a place he cherished for its serene beauty. The river was alive with soft whispers of water and the gentle songs of chirping birds, all under a sky painted with hues of pink and amber. As Muck settled on a boulder, a sudden sprightly giggle reached his ears. Curious, he followed the sound along the river bank until he found Clover, a river nymph with sparkling eyes and a heart full of joy. Her laughter was as melodic as the river's flow, and her presence felt like a ray of sunshine breaking through the clouds. The Muck introduced himself, and Clover's eyes lit up with delight at the prospect of a new friend. They talked for hours, marveling at the beauty around them while sharing stories. Clover spoke of the legends and myths woven into the fabrics of rivers, of grand tales where nymphs danced under the moonlight with creatures of the forest. And Muck shared tales from his village, recounting the escapades of children chasing fireflies and playing games till sunset. Together, they laughed at the absurdities and wonders of their worlds. As they talked, Muck realized how laughter was a thread binding them with a joy that transcended worlds. Together, Muck and Clover decided to plan a celebration by the river bank, inviting villagers and forest creatures alike. On that magical evening, lanterns were hung from branches, reflecting like stars on the river's surface. Villagers arrived with baskets of food while forest creatures brought natural gifts of beauty, a bouquet of wildflowers, a crown made of woven vines. The air was filled with the sound of laughter, music, and stories that bridged the human realm with that of the river nymphs. Muck and Clover danced round the river, leading everyone into merry games and song, each note of music carrying with it the essence of laughter. That night, as Muck lay in bed, he realized that laughter was the most beautiful melody that connected them all. It was no longer just his own, but a symphony shared with Clove and everyone they knew. From that day on, the once quiet river became a place of joy and laughter, where humans and nymphs would gather, creating memories that floated along in the current forever. And whenever Muck missed Clover, he only needed to sit by the river to hear the laughter carried on the wind, knowing it was a friendship that would never fade. Sleep deeply and peacefully. Good night.